So what is up, pimps, hoes and buffaloes? We are back today with another video, but unlike yesterday where the gameplay really was the focal point, today it's going to be all about the commentary. And what I want to address within this video is why the Call of Duty YouTube community is becoming a bitter environment in many people's different opinions. And personally for me, I believe the catalyst for a lot of this hostility stems down to something that we all know as one-upmanship. And what I want to do today is explain how this idea of one-upmanship has dropped itself into the frameworks of the current community, and how each and every one of us in real life has been exposed to this idea of one-upmanship, or we've experienced it personally, either because you're one of those sort of people that likes to be one-up on someone else, or because you've experienced someone trying to do the same to you. And some of you may be thinking, Buffalo, you're 17 years old, 18 in 4 days time. How can you possibly speak so confidently about life experiences in terms of one-upmanship? But believe me, guys, each and every one of you could reel off example after example of how this has come into play and how you've encountered it in your life. But what I've gone and done is I've split it up into two separate categories of how people may perceive it. And first of all, we've got one-upmanship as a form of arrogance, which I'll get onto first. Secondly, we have one-upmanship as simply humans' competitive nature taking hold. But first of all, I'm going to give you guys a pretty funny example. I'm guessing most of us watching this video are males, so I'm going to give you guys an example in terms of females and how they can be arrogant trying to get one up on each other. And we're going to use a group of 5 females going out into a club in Vegas, and you've got Chelsea and you've got Cindy. And first off, Chelsea says to Cindy, "How much shoes cost, babe?" Cindy's reply immediately is £300. Chelsea then goes and says, "Well, mine are bigger than yours, mine cost 500, mine are Gucci, mine are amazing." First of all, I don't like women with big feet, so that isn't something to be arrogant about, darling. But secondly, this is a prime example of how females can get one up on someone else. It's arrogant because Chelsea thinks she's better than Cindy because her shoes cost more. And secondly, it is a really, really good example. But nevertheless, guys, I'm going to try to give an example of arrogance in a little bit more of a sensible light, because I'm a little bit hyper today, nevertheless. And you've always got those guys in a sports team, the one that thinks he can take on every single player because he thinks he's better than everyone else. Is he better than everyone else? No, he just has this arrogant persona that means he thinks that he can do everything instead of the team. And this for me is a good example as to how people try to get one up in their lives. And I think there's a lot of people in this YouTube community right now who may have experienced this in the past. They may have tried to be the big guy or the big girl in their sports team, and they've thought to themselves, you know what, I can do this in YouTube, I can get one better than everyone else. But anyway, guys, let's look now, let's move away from arrogance, and let's simply look at it as a form of humans' competitive nature. And personally for me, I'm going to give you my experience of being involved in sports. And for me, sports has made me the person I am today. If I wasn't a sportsman, I think I'd be a very, very much reserved person. I don't think I'd be confident. And the fact I always played in a team, and sometimes, you know, we had a very successful team, and I enjoyed that more than any other days of my childhood. But for me, that ability to strive for success and to enjoy a competitive environment is something that for me is a really, really good thing. And I'll get onto in a minute why I think it is a lot different in the Call of Duty community right now. But personally for me, when you're involved in some heavy competition, it is what makes for a really, really good time. And I'm going to use an example from Call of Duty yesterday. We were in a 9-man ground war team playing against another 9-man ground war team. A bunch of other YouTubers actually. We're actually playing I Am the Vintage Gamer, who's a Russia. And, you know, we thought, oh God, we're not going to win this. But nevertheless, we did end up winning. We played the objective. We did our jobs. And that was actually something that was really, really enjoyable. As much as it is amazing to go ahead and get Moabs, when you're involved in a really competitive game where everyone wants to win, you all want to pull off that victory ahead of everyone else, that for me is what competition should be. It should simply be people trying to appreciate the work of others. Because I mean, yesterday when we finished that game, it wasn't that the other team lost, it was the fact that we won. And I think that is something that is, you know, it isn't abundant anymore in the Call of Duty community. All people are willing to do is just to simply get one up on someone else and then forget about it. But that is something that even from there, it's moved into different levels now. You've got, I'm going to use the example of Raw Instinct and Team Art first of all. And for me personally, the same as everyone else, I think what Raw Instinct has done is really, really not good. But once again, it is a form of trying to get one up on someone else. He has copied Team Martin's ideas, and he has tried to take it and make it his own in order for him to be deemed, you know, the big guy, the good guy for tips and tricks. And personally for me, this is how one-upmanship in YouTube is really taking it beyond to levels where we can't really come back to something where it is more of a appreciation rather than everyone else just trying to compete with one another. And then I'll take the Moab extravaganza, for example. First of all, in YouTube, about 4 or 5 months ago, when we saw the first double Moab, everyone was like, wow, that's amazing. That isn't going to happen again. I think it was when Wings of Redemption did his dual nuke on MW2. Everyone was like, wow, that's incredible. And no one then really thought, you know what, we'll go go and do one better than this. They probably did, but not to the extent that it's happened on Modern Warfare 3 right now. And I think a lot of the reasons for a lot of the hate and arguments that goes on YouTube right now is because people cannot settle and appreciate the work of others. Everyone needs to go out there and think, shit, he's done something better than me. I now need to go out there, improve myself, and become the best. And although that competitive nature is something that we must appreciate and strive to compete with in life, personally for me right now on YouTube, I think all the hate that's going on is simply because we have taken this competitive streak too far. We're all trying to get one up on each other, and I think now, at this time in Modern Warfare 3, we should sit back and we should appreciate the work that people have done and really look forward to the future. And that is what I'm trying to do. You know, guys, those of you watching this video will know that I've never been one of those people to try to get one up on someone else. I've never looked at someone's video and thought, I want to match that, I want to better that. I've always looked at other people's videos for advice, for tips on how to get better and stuff, and I think that is what more people should do. They should look at what other people do, appreciate it, and then maybe try to embed it a little bit into themselves to make themselves the perfect YouTuber. That isn't ever going to happen. But anyway, guys, my throat's hurting a little bit actually today. I think I've been pretty hyper all day long. On the headset, I was going mad this morning. Blessed. Big shout out to you for being on the headset with me in the last few days. But anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please do not hesitate to leave it a like rating. And I really want to know what you guys think about the current community right now, and whether or not this whole idea of one-upmanship is really such a big deal, or whether or not I'm just looking into it too much. But nevertheless, guys, once again, it's been a pleasure to bring you this commentary, and I'm going to leave you with a multi-kill to end with, guys. Have a great day, and leave me some comments saying what you think, guys. Peace. I've gone and done it again. I love you more if you stay to watch the end of the video. Just kidding, guys. I need to stop doing this. Peace. Still here. Still here. Still here.